Okay, the next question that I have for you is, okay, you got your mask that you're wearing out in public places and when you go to Walmart. Um, how frequently do you change your mask? If you're like me, you've got a mask in, all of the basic jackets that you wear to go out. If it's a warm day, you've got a light jacket with a mask in it. If it's really cool, you've got another jacket with a mask in the pocket. Well, I'm using one of those blue medical masks. And I'm looking at the mask and saying, I've been breathing wet breath into this mask on and off for a month. I haven't changed it. Now I know when I work at a facility where these are mandatory, I have to throw the mask out after I have been in the presence of one person, the person who I'm working with. In other words, I'm wearing a disposable mask that is not supposed to be reused over and over again in contact with a whole pile of people. You wear it with one person that you're working with, and then it goes in the garbage. So what are we really carrying around in these masks? They're expensive. I saw one store today that was selling those blue medical masks for $7 plus tax each. No one is throwing away a $7 mask. They are reusing it and reusing it and reusing it and reusing it. People don't have money to throw away on masks that they're only wearing to see if there's a policeman around. That's the only reason many people are wearing these masks. It's because if I'm not wearing a mask, then it's the trouble with the law. But the people are carrying around these dirty masks. And what's growing in these masks? It's going to be bacteria. It's like if everybody knows, you fall asleep, you wake up in the morning and you have to brush your teeth because you've had a growth of crap in your mouth. That same crap that you have to brush your teeth for is growing in your mask, and you're breathing in whatever those bacteria colonies are. You're breathing them back into your nose because you're reusing these masks. Is it healthy? Fuck no. It's not healthy. I don't want to tell you, but if you're expecting the government to start buying you real medical masks, 3 per day, where is the money coming from for this ridiculous, it's never-ending costs? Cost, and the people are not working, the businesses are closing down. Food costs are way up. We are going further and further into the realm of jackassness. And we have no way to tell you that I am a smart person. And if I can figure this out, why the fuck can't Anthony Fauci? A long time ago I went to see a doctor and he gave me a prescription. And I told the doctor, well, at the current time I don't have medical insurance to pay for this. He looked at me and says, I guess you're going to have to pay for it out of pocket. I don't want to tell you, but in the provinces of Canada, sometimes people get subsidies on medications. I don't want to tell you because sometimes people have to pay out of pocket even on these subsidized plans for poor people. The money keeps pouring into big pharmaceutical companies. Unbelievable numbers of purchases of kits. And all of this shit keeps going into the debt column of the governments of the world. Because they're in a major depression. And they haven't talked about it. But the revenues coming into the government and the expenditures going out are not in balance. And they weren't in balance before COVID-19 decimated the economies of our countries. But the news doesn't talk about the enormous economic problems that we are undergoing. It's totally buried. Why? Because the news media has an agenda. And their agenda is, my advertisers are big pharmaceutical companies, and we're not going to piss them off because they pay us a lot of money to get all these ads onto mainstream news. But the truth of the matter is, people are walking around with filthy, dirty masks. And if you think it's a problem, COVID-19 spreading among the population, what about all of these bacteria things? You know, are people going to start getting horrible bacterial diseases? What about all these people that are like low immune system? Do you want these low immune system people to be breathing in these bacteria colonies that are growing in their masks? Because they are. So what other diseases are going to start cropping up because people aren't getting fresh air? The more we examine what is being directed to us by these authority figures, the more we keep concluding they're stupid people. Stupid beyond belief. The Health Minister of Canada, for example, what is her qualifications for being Minister of Health? She's not a doctor. She's not a nurse. She doesn't have a biology degree. She has no background in health sciences. Health sciences? No background. What is her expertise? She's a shopper. She's got many years' experience buying shit at malls. That's her area of expertise. In other words, we have the most incompetent person in Canada as health minister, working for the most incompetent man who is working as prime minister. Oh, well, they've got these government experts, the scientists and the medicos. That's stupid. Now, the Minister of Health lives in my city, a small city, and this is where she's from. There are two representatives of Parliament from my city. The Minister of Health, the shopper, and then on the other side of town, we have an actual medical doctor. But the medical doctor is not the Minister of Health. The stupid person who's used to shopping at Walmart is the Minister of Health, because the asshole idiot Prime Minister Justin Trudeau of Canada is too stupid to realize that the Minister of Health could be an actual medical doctor This person belongs to the same Liberal Party that Justin Trudeau runs. This is the quality of leadership in Canada, a Western country north of the United States of America. Too stupid to put a doctor into the chair of Minister of Health. I'm telling you, the people who are steering the ship of state in Canada are totally incompetent, and they're crooked. And if it's that way in Canada, it's pretty much going to be the same in every other country. How are we ever going to get out of this mess when we have got stupid people telling us what to do? There's nothing you can do about it, many people tell me. Nothing you can do about it. Shake your head. You can throw sponges at your TV screen so you don't smash it when you're so upset and you want to throw somebody, a brick. It's not going to work. Our endless question is, how do we change civilization on planet Earth so we are led by people qualified to lead us? It pretty much is going to take more consciousness on the part of the man in the street. And getting the man in the street to smarten up is impossible. Because I know a lot of people who, generally speaking, are the smartest people in my city, and they are totally over their heads because they don't see the problem. There are very few people capable of leading planet Earth. I don't want the military in charge. They're in charge of, let's figure out how to kill people. That's their job, applying force, deadly force. We don't want the military in charge of leading Earth into a military dictatorship. We don't want the scientists to be running planet Earth, because they are beholden to whoever gives them the money to run their labs. And if the money says, you're going to create a bioweapon, that's what we're going to get. The scientists have no morals. Do you want the priests to lead you? The priests are the ones who for hundreds of years have been abusing children. So no, we don't want the religionists. And if you have problems with the Catholic Church, you're going to have to look into your Earth history, because it was all the different religions who have been abusing the people, abusing trust. Who is left to lead humanity? Business people? We've been letting the business people run our countries. They've sold us out. We no longer make things in Canada. It's all made in China. And the good-paying manufacturing jobs have exited. And this is what we were told decades ago. And it's come to pass. And after one term of Donald Trump saying he was going to make America better, I'm sorry. You are a flunky, Donald Trump. I think he's doing cocaine in the White House. He's got some weird skin condition that makes him look totally orange. What is the thing about Donald Trump and his orange skin? He used to have orange dyed hair, and now he's let it go kind of white. But he still looks like he's got orange face paint on. What is going on with Donald Trump and the orange thing? It hasn't been explained. No one talks about it. But you look at him on TV, he is just dyed orange. Something weird is going on with Donald Trump. And I don't trust him as far as I could throw him, not very far, because he's morbidly obese. who else are you going to look to? Vladimir Putin of Russia to lead planet Earth? The man is former KGB, secret police in charge of enforcing communism on the Russian people. He is not a good man to be looking to lead planet Earth forward. I don't want to tell you, but they say it's always darkest before the dawn, and I gotta tell you, it's really dark on planet Earth. And I really don't see too many positive things. I'm going to guess that this time next spring, we're still going to be told that we have COVID-19 problems and we can't travel. After 10 years of this COVID-19 nonsense, do you think the people are going to feel differently, or do you think it's just going to be the new normal? Someone says we're waiting for divine intervention. The divine intervention is you. In other words, the only one who's going to be able to help you is you. And when I look at this problem, how am I going to think? I don't know. I don't have words to tell you. It's pretty much I continue to pray to an unknown God. Good God, please give us some way out of this mess. And if you look at Earth history, how many people have been praying to God over the centuries because of the absolute mayhem going on planet Earth, endless warfare? My expectation is not too good for the people of planet Earth. I don't think the UFO people are going to come to help you. I don't think that the people here on planet Earth are up to the task. I don't think they're up to the task. I think this is a test, and we're failing the test. If I was a leader on planet Earth, what would I do? Pretty much, I am not going to be able to change the world, because even if I was President Trump, there's too many people who are brainwashed. And they're not going to want the kind of leadership that I want to give them. They are too immature. Humans on planet Earth are too immature to guide planet Earth forward. It's not a good scenario, but that's the scenario we've got. Someone says the children should. No, the children are not going to lead. There is no one young who knows what's going on. They're too busy with their video games. The old people are looking forward to death, to get the hell out of this place. So, people in middle age, they're too stupid. They're too stupid. They're not interested in really learning what's going on the planet. They don't want to use their noggin. They want to head to the liquor store, buy a case of wine, and throw a party while they still can. Sorry. We have no one to rely upon. So for the foreseeable future, I'm going to be living here. Not traveling. Wearing a filthy, disgusting mask so that the mask Nazi nods at me. That was what we saw last night. We went to the bar, and it's up to the bartender to reinforce in everybody's head that we have to follow social distancing and masking and wiping everything down with bleach. She even had a shirt that said, "Mask Nazi." Someone's getting a nice t-shirt made up. Wonder how many of these t-shirts they've sold.